Hi guys, welcome back to our new YouTube video. Sorry that we haven't been uploading in some time. We've been quite busy lately. But today we are going to be showing you how to do scratch coding. This is going to be the beginner's coding, so if you're new to Scratch, haven't done anything, haven't taken the tutorials, we'll be basically running through most of the important blocks. So just to first get you started in Scratch, you can see your sprites down in the bottom right corner, kind of. To add a new sprite, you'd go to the sprite icon. You can either click it to choose a sprite from their database, paint one, just get a random one, or upload a picture of one. Then over here you can see backdrops. You can either choose it from the database, paint it, just have a random one, or upload your own. And then here is basically details about the sprite that you are selected, which will be outlined in blue. Up here is basically the game screen. It's basically if someone were to play this game, they'd see this screen. And that would be the game. Up here is the green flag to run your game, which would run the code, and the red flag to stop it. That's pretty much all you need to know for now, because I'm going to be referencing them a bit. Oh yeah, and also there's the block library, which you can get code blocks from that do certain stuff. And then each section, there's motion, looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operations, variables, and my blocks or functions. Today we will just be focusing on motion. As you can tell, it's not that big. You can scroll down with using the scroll button, and then you can also scroll to the look section, or you can just click looks on the left. So, as you can see, we have a cat. And since we have selected the cat, then whatever blocks of code we move out here would be played whenever we click it, but only for the cat. A quick thing is if you go to the events, you'd see when green flag clicked. You usually want to start off your code with that there. Almost all the time you have to have that there. So then when you click the green flag, instead of me having to click it, so then when people play it, the code would run. And now the cat is moving steps, because I'm clicking the green flag. You can set its position here, I can set it to 0, 0, which is the center of the screen. You can set its direction, and I just set it to 90. Size 100 is fine, and you can name the sprite cat or whatever. But the move 10 steps block, as you can tell, moves 10 steps in the direction that it's looking. Okay, now that we got that covered with, oh yeah, also, whenever you see this white circle in the middle, for the move 10 steps, the turn blank degrees, go to blank blank, that just means that you can type something in there and then it will do it. If I type in 3 steps, then when I click it, as you can tell, the cat on the right is only moving a tiny bit. But then when I put, just say, 20 steps, you can tell that the cat is actually jumping forward. And it's way quicker moving. But now that we got the move blank steps done, it's time for the turn right blank degrees and turn left blank degrees. These are two different blocks. Oops. These are two different blocks. One turns the sprite right as many degrees as you put in here. So if I put in 3 degrees, it would move it right. And if I put in 10 degrees, it will move it 10 degrees right. You can also change the direction here. You can either use this or you can just type it in. 90 is its usual facing right position. And then the turn left degrees obviously turns it left. And like the turn right degrees and the move steps, the lower the number, the smaller it would turn, the bigger the number, the greater it would turn. Then we have the go to blank. This one is you select it from a predefined list. You can either make it go to a random position, where if I click it, it'll just go to a random position on the screen. Or it can go to mouse pointer, where if I click it, it would try and go to my mouse pointer, but my mouse pointer is not on the screen. If it was on the game like pad thing, game screen, then when the go to mouse pointer code runs, it would automatically go to wherever my mouse pointer is. Okay, so now that we got that done, we have the go to XY. This is usually if you want it from here in a game, and now just say it's a dodgeball game and you got out so you have to sit on the side. Then if I just go over here, look down here, 224 and negative 40, then I just type in 224, negative 40. This is helpful because whenever that code runs, it would automatically go to a predefined place. So now if I run the code, it would always go to there, no matter what. And then we also have the glide blank seconds to random position, or to a predefined list, which also can include different sprites. And this is basically, as it says, it glides for 1 second to a random position. And if I wanted to make it longer, I could make it, say, 3 seconds. It would take 3 seconds to glide to that position. Usually when you're doing animating and you want it to go somewhere, you'd usually have it glide blank seconds to a predefined X and Y. So just say I was doing animating and I want him to go to over here. Then it'll be negative 194. So negative 194. So now if I'm doing the animation and this code runs, it automatically glide over to that spot. That is useful in also multiple other ways, although I don't usually use it in games. Now you can see that you can change the direction with code. And then this would just basically point in direction blank. And this is just point in direction 90 would make it look right. Point in direction 270 would make it look left. Point in direction 0 would make it look up. And then point in direction 180 would make it look down. You can get more like predefined with this, like more specific with this, but other than that, yeah. And then there's point towards like mouse pointer, and I'm pretty sure it's also other sprites that it can be. Whenever this runs, it would always point towards my mouse pointer. Then there's the change X by a blank and the set X to blank. These are two different ones because this one changes the X by just say 10, and this one sets the X to just say 10. So if I had the X be 0, then I would choose the set X to 10, and now if I click it again, it wouldn't change anything because it's just setting the x to 10. Now if I do change x by 10, it always adds 10 to the x-axis, which is left and right. Right is positive x, left is negative x, if you didn't know that yet. Then there's the change y and set y. It's pretty much like x, except up and down. Then there's these two, which I don't use much in coding, but it's if on edge bounce, and it's basically where if the character were to be on touching the edge, it would bounce back. And that's pretty much it. And there's the set rotation style, left, right. I do not know what this means. Sorry that I can't do it. But then there's the X position, Y position, and direction. You can select these, so then it would show up there. And if you might notice something, these blocks are circular. And that means that I can put them in these white circles. So if I wanted to set my X position to my Y position, and my Y position to my X position, I could do that. It's quite handy, and that's pretty much all there is to motion. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you have a good time. See you next time.